up, y'all? Y'all hear that? Sound like I'm like my house next to a big waterfall or something, or a spring or something. Yo, it's raining like that outside, bro. No thunder, no lightning, none of that. It's soothing, man. Like I should be somewhere sleeping right now. It's a couch right there. I'll probably be on it in a minute. You know what I mean? But what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So listen, man, I feel like I've been on somewhat of a little campaign lately with the whole hacker thing. You know what I mean? We did a few videos about hackers, man. We did a video or a couple reactions to that dude who just like investigated this whole company, man, that was scamming a bunch of people out of their money through their computers. You know what I mean? This hacking stuff is no joke, bro. It's more, I mean, you ain't gotta believe me. Look at your cell phone. About to call it a telephone. Does anybody call anything telephone anymore? Look at your cell phone. How many scam likely calls you get? I just got one 10 minutes ago. Like, they not backing down, bro. And if you're not careful, if you're not paying attention, if you ain't got your eyes wide open and not tunnel vision, then you're gonna get got by one of them, bro. They slick as a can of oil right now. Seriously. Like, you gotta be 2 steps ahead out here, or you gotta be paying attention, or you gotta have your, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have your guard up. They will get you. I had one hit me the other day. Your Amazon package is delayed because of such and such. I ain't ordered nothing from Amazon. What is y'all talking about? Like, they to the point where now they're boldly leaving messages on your answering machine, fam. Like, I ain't even known them to ever be that bold. So it's crazy out here. And you know, for Mr. Nightmare to come through with a video, it's got to be something that's at the forefront. This video here, 3 disturbing, true hacker horror stories. Oh yeah, so we're gonna get into it. Listen, if you're new to the channel, man, welcome. Join the fam. Come into this thing of ours. Hit that subscribe button, all right? And then help us address the haters. Let's give them a little moment of silence. Okay, that's enough. Run the likes up, baby. Make sure y'all hit that like button and run those likes up on the haters. Let's go.
The topic of today's video has to do with...
How does every hacker gotta have a hoodie on? I ain't no hacker, y'all. I keep a hoodie though. You know what I mean? But most of the hackers, you see them in their little hoodies. Like, what's the famous one? I can't even think of their names. They always come out and they always have the little voices and all of that type of stuff. Is it Anonymous? Something like that.
Computer hackers, specifically stories recounted by victims of computer hackers. And this video happens to be sponsored by Atlas VPN, an app that encrypts your data and hides your virtual location online, which makes it harder for people like the hackers you'll hear about in this video to figure out where you are, what you're doing on the internet, and collecting personal data of yours. At the moment, Atlas VPN service more the region in which you live to make the user provide. Back when I was 17, my friend told me about this deep web drug website called Dream Market. It was where he...
Off the bat, what does this look like to y'all? Craigslist, don't it? Look like Craigslist a little bit.
My friend told me about this deep web drug website called Dream Market. It was where he bought things like weed and Adderall. He had what he referred to as a trusted dealer, whose information he sent me to buy from. I don't condone doing anything like this. I was simply just young and stupid. I thought buying Adderall would help me with my senior projects. Anyway, I went about doing that. However, this purchase made me intrigued to continue browsing Dream Market and seeing what else one could buy. And I saw this
100-gram lab tested MDMA 96% pure free shipping. Oh, no, whoa. Look over there to the right. Crystal meth 3.5. High quality shards. Are you kidding me? 1/8 pounds of tangerine kush, 14 grams high heat cocaine, Scott impurity, Original red Lebanese. 7-gram OG Kush. This can't be real, bro. I'm like, what?
Ranged from counterfeit bills to real guns. This got me more intrigued to view more of the deep web. I found some link somewhere on Dream Market that led to, I guess, what was a drug chat room, because it was just a lot of people seemingly advertising the drugs they were selling and their rates. I found it interesting. Some people would post random .onion links, and I clicked on one. It brought me to a black page with the title Home Base at top in large text. Underneath were a bunch of other random links. I clicked on a bunch of them. Most never loaded, probably being dead links. A couple loaded. One was another chat room. This one didn't have a title. There were like 3 usernames signed into the room, all random looking, just like the assortment of random letters I inputted just because I didn't care. The chat's previous history showed. A few people were talking in another language, then another guy was typing in English. That guy was still in the chat room, and actually, before I typed anything, he typed yo directed at me. I typed yo back. He said, "What you looking for?" I typed back, "I don't know, LOL." He asked how I found that link, and I told him just from some site called Home Base. I asked if he had any cool links, as it was my first time on the deep web. He types back, LOL, then sent a link. He didn't say anything else. I clicked the link, and it took a little while to load the page. It loaded the black background first, then a little text box near the bottom, and the last thing that loaded was a video. At first I thought it was like a pausable video, but it looked to be some kind of live streaming video. The video was black and white, and it was of a dark room with some mannequin-looking thing sitting in a wooden chair. There was this grainy effect to the footage that made it feel more surreal and unnerving. I genuinely couldn't tell if I was watching a live video or not. Then, as if it were some kind of movie jump scare, what I thought was a mannequin in that chair suddenly jumped up and sprinted towards the camera, and a loud, staticky screaming sound accompanied it. The apparent porcelain mask that the person was wearing was so close up on the camera at that point that all I could see was black. I went back to the chat and asked that guy what the hell this was. He replied, "Just keep watching, LOL," and then he left the chat. I went back to the other tab, and the video or live stream window was gone. It was now just a blank screen with a text box on the bottom. The text box didn't let me type anything though. My Tor browser window suddenly closed without my doing. Then a deep, raspy voice was coming from my speakers. It was someone obviously trying to disguise their voice. The voice said my first name and claimed they had all my files. Then the webcam window popped up and I saw my face on the screen.
So he gave him the 52 fake out. Showed him the video, kept him on long enough for them to hack his... Got him. Just like that, bro. See how easily you could be food? You could be food out here, man. People will eat you up just like food. You could be somebody's lunch.
My files. Then the webcam window popped up and I saw my face on the screen. I turned off my laptop and went to the Geek Squad at Best Buy where I bought the computer. The guy I spoke to's guess was that he was able to somehow get the basic info off my computer, like my account name. He recommended I factory reset the computer. He helped me with the process. I didn't have anything I was worried about losing on there anyway. It was a relatively new computer. If you're ever on the deep web, I heavily recommend using some kind of VPN, even for the alleged safe websites.
And see, I'm not real familiar with the whole VPN thing. So right there, he was speaking a foreign language to me. You know what I mean? He was speaking a foreign language. I'm not too familiar with that. That would have happened to me. I'd have been overexposed. Now I'm trying to find out from somebody how to find somebody to help me. And who's to say you ain't running into another hacker? Like, the situation could get worse and worse, bro.
I heavily recommend using some kind of VPN, even for the alleged safe websites. I'm 24 years old, and I'm from a small town called Yarmouth in Nova Scotia, Canada. I keep my social circle very small, just my few friends and my coworkers, really. I mention that as a point in saying I don't really know anyone who would be out to get me in any way. I browse Reddit a lot in my free time. I'm an active poster. There was this one night when I pulled up Reddit on my browser out of boredom that I had a new message. Not unusual, as I'd have people messaging me in reference to my posts quite often. It was a message request from some random account, a now deleted username. The message said, check your email, your spam folder specifically. I replied back, huh? Why, who's this? In the meantime, I opened up my Gmail and went to the spam folder. There was one email that stuck out from the rest, titled in all caps, I know who you are. I opened the email and it was basically a paragraph full of my personal information, including my full name, my Reddit password, my home address, along with threats. Basically, whoever sent the email was asking for a one-time payment of $5,000 through Bitcoin to a specific Bitcoin wallet address. My heart was basically in my throat. I had that terrible feeling of helplessness and like the entire world was collapsing in on me. The first thing I did was cover my webcam with a piece of tape. Secondly, I went back to Reddit to see if the user ever answered my message. They did not. I went to report the account on Reddit as quick as I could, as if that would even do anything though. I replied to the...
That's my thing right there. What do? I'm helpless at this point. I get to this point here. You receive that message. What do? Call the police? Yes. What else next? I have no clue. Like he said, he reported it to Reddit. I would probably try to contact my bank. Would be my next course of action after the police to say, listen, any transactions from this point forward is not me. Until I tell y'all otherwise, it's not me. Like those would be the only two steps that I would know to make at this moment without being able to, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out who can you trust, because you call somebody, how do you know you can trust them?
Email copy-pasting the exact message I sent to the Reddit account, asking who this was, how they got that information, and if this was a prank. I got an email back around 5 minutes later, in all capitals, saying, no, it's not a prank. We have all your information, including where you live, so your best course of action is to do as we say, and you'll never hear from us again. Obviously, I was not going to shell out $5,000. I don't even make a lot of money to begin with. I contacted all of my friends asking if it was any of them, like begging them to just come forward now before I'd call the police. None of them admitted to it, so given that I threatened calling the police, I knew it wasn't any of them. I tried to think of anyone at work who might have issues with me, but really I get along with everyone at work. I chalked it up to my password somehow being stolen by malware or a hacker, and through that they somehow got the rest of my information. The main question was, do I pay the money? And that was absolutely not happening. I forced myself to go to sleep and left my laptop off the whole next day. I used my desktop instead after getting home from work. I didn't sign into Reddit or anything though. I did, however, change my password on all other websites and apps on my phone. I finally signed into my laptop late that night because I was just so bored and curious. Curious but nervous to see if anything had changed and if I'd gotten any new emails. I signed on and everything on my computer still looked normal. So I went to Reddit and saw the user who messaged me was now deleted. So I went to a subreddit which talked about computer hackers and scams and such, and I posted my experience. At some point, I noticed the taskbar at the bottom of the screen turned darker. Curious, I minimized all my windows, and my desktop wallpaper was different. I knew right away what it was though. I recognized the outside of my bedroom window. The white frame of the outside windowsill was in the picture, and the flash of the camera also caught me laying in my bed sleeping. Some seconds later, a pop-up window appeared along with the Windows error sound.
As soon as I see that, now I'm loaded up. I'm walking around with guns on me all day now. You know what I mean? I'm loaded up. Because now you done took it to somewhere it's going to now. I'm worried about my safety. So I'm walking around, I'm pacing. I might have a shotgun. I might have my 2 pistols on me now. It's that type of time now, bro. You done made me take it there. Don't ever send me no picture of the inside of my place or me laying down or, you know what I mean? Like you got the drop on me and my family, bro. Because at that point in time, all bets is off, bro. I'd have lost it right then.
Inside the pop-up error window was a message saying the word pay with a winking face following it. I closed my laptop screen and forced the computer off by holding the power button. I also pulled my blinds down and called my parents. It was still early enough to do so. I told my dad over the phone that some hacker had my info, and he came right over with his truck to help me load any valuables I could think of into his truck to stay with them for a while. Before we drove off from my apartment, my dad yelled like a madman into the night sky, basically threatening whoever was hacking me. It was definitely a scene, but I was too preoccupied with worry to be embarrassed by it. I stayed with my parents for weeks and used my mom's computer when needed. I blocked that email address that sent me the original email. I finally got back to my apartment a few days ago. I'm still scared every night to hear a knock at my window or get another threatening email. I haven't brought it to the police yet, as I'm hoping it's all just a bluff still to get me to pay. I'm also hoping it's over and that they've given up.
See, Dad's about that life. I rock with his dad. Dad went outside in the street and say, listen here. Look at here, look at here, look at here. Dad about that life. But what is the hesitancy with people going to the police? You heard about the end. I still haven't gone to the police yet. I'm hoping it's just, why? Like, let's stop waiting until things are like to the point of no return before we think we should get the police involved, bro. We gotta stop that. That mindset, man, is just, it's bad. It's crazy to me. It's super crazy to me. And then did y'all see the letter? Hold on, let me get back. Let me see where. All right, 9:39. I want to go back to that letter because I thought he was gonna read that letter. That letter, I read a few lines of it. This is crazy. It says, let's see. I do know blank one of your passwords. Let's get directly to the purpose. You do not know me, and you're most likely wondering why you're getting this email. Absolutely no one has compensated me to investigate about you. In fact, I actually installed a malware on this 18 plus video clips pornographic material site, and there's more. You visited this site to have fun. You know what I mean? When we were reviewing your videos, your internet browser began operating as a remote control desktop that has a keylogger which provided me accessibility to your display and also your web camera immediately after that. My software program control your complete contacts from your Messenger, Facebook, as well as email. And then I made a double video. First part shows the video you're viewing. You got a fine taste, laugh out loud. And second part displays the recording of your cam and it's you. Bro, like the now the paranoia that would set in with me, nah, fam. We ain't even putting play around like that, bro. I got family in here that I gotta make sure. And before I let somebody do anything, it's gonna happen to me first. Oh, I'd have been pissed. Pissed.
My name is Miranda. I'm 25. I've had my share of experiences with stalkers and men harassing me. Social media has made that far too easy these days. I once got a suspicious email that I should have known better than to open. It was asking me to click a link to some random page because I was being sued by some random company. I clicked the link, and soon after that my computer started acting all glitchy and unresponsive. Even after restarting it multiple times, it was just laggy and slow, and random sound effects would play once in a while. I was certain my computer had a virus, but I wasn't sure to what extent it would go just yet. The next day, I had a bunch of friends texting me what's up with that Instagram post and asking if I was the one who even posted it. I panicked and opened Instagram, but I was logged out of my account. Someone was hacking me. This confirmed it. If they had my Instagram password, I had no idea what else they could have. Apparently, the picture posted on my Instagram was some stupid cartoon meme. It was extremely embarrassing. Minutes of freaking out later, my Snapchat started blowing up. It was from some random account that just added me. They were spamming me to Snapchat call them, so I did. When they picked up, I saw like a quarter of someone's face. It looked like a young guy in his 20s. I could tell he was smiling. That was the creepy thing. The way he said hello was so long and stretched out. I was pretty frantic, asking what he wanted in return for my Instagram back. He started telling me some really creepy shit. He said he sees me every day and that he thinks I'm really pretty, and that this was the only way he'd get my attention. I didn't know what to say. He said he'd give me my account back if I would just be his digital girlfriend. As creepy and weird as this was, I said yes in a heartbeat just to get my stuff back. He told me the password to get back onto my Instagram account, and as soon as I changed the password, I set my profile to private and put a story up saying that wasn't me, I was hacked. I asked this guy for his name and what other info he had on me. He said I could just call him John, and that he could get all the information about me that he wanted. He said this with a smile too. I could see it in the fourth of his face that he would actually show. He refused to show the rest. I played nice the whole time, knowing this guy's a sicko. I managed to get him off the call by telling him I'd snap him tomorrow. I then told all my friends about it and asked what I should do. They all unanimously said I should activate two-factor verification on my Instagram account and then deactivate the account and then block him. When I did all that though, he didn't take it too well. An hour later, I got a new Snap user blowing up my Snap. I knew it was him, but I opened the snaps anyway. And it was him again threatening me, saying he knows where I live and blocking him was a stupid thing to do. I showed it to my parents now because it was getting serious, so my dad called the police. I didn't block the guy's Snapchat yet though, and I'm glad I didn't. As my parents and I were sitting in the kitchen waiting, I got a snap from the guy. It was a video. I waited a few seconds before opening it. It was a video of him sitting in his car in front of our house with the caption, "Don't block me again." My dad ran outside in a fit of rage. We tried to stop him, but he wouldn't. But the car wasn't even in front of the house anymore. The guy probably waited until driving away before sending that snap. I'm just gonna say the police did absolutely nothing. They seemed clueless on the matter. But there's not much police could do in hacker situations anyway, apparently. However, I did send a snap of the police car back to the guy and put a caption, "Fuck with me again, you'll be arrested." He opened the snap and immediately blocked me, so I'd say it worked. This story has a happier ending than most, I guess. But the amount of info some people can get from you online is absolutely terrifying.
Listen, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all know how we used to make fun of like the older people or our elders? Respectfully, we used to make fun of them when they would be like, "Nah, I'm not putting my credit card information online," and we was just so free to do it. They sitting back looking at us like, told you. But they're getting scammed too. You know what I mean? Everybody is. You just gotta be careful, man. Invest in a good bank. Make sure you research a good bank to put your money in, man. One that'll work with you as far as you telling them those charges not yours. You've been hacked, this, that, and the third. And continue to learn some of this stuff out here, man. I'm gonna hit up my homeboy. I know my homeboy does like cybersecurity and different things like that. And ask him maybe he can help me or point me into the right direction, man. As far as just what to look out for, what to not do, and just brush up on that type of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of crazy emails and different things and different websites and just putting certain security on your computers and stuff, you know? Because my children, they're fascinated. Don't let something pop up on their cell phone screen that says, "Oh, you want to win a free iPhone. You can win a free iPhone if you just do this, and they be like, "Yo, Dad, I tried to win a free iPhone a little while ago." They got you. Now you about to get spammed, or we're about to get spammed with a ton of junk. You know what I mean? It's crazy these days, but man, you got to stay on top of it. So I try to keep this stuff just in the forefront of your brains a little bit. That's just a reminder, man, of be safe out there. All right? Just trying to do my part. That's all. It's your boy L, man. Y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the video. And stick around and stay tuned to the next reaction. I'm out. Peace, y'all. Stay solid. Hey.